Something I can do for you?
I need to ask you something.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that.
Why does the Institute replace people?
Sometimes we innovate for no other reason than to learn what's possible.
You seem awfully proud of this lab.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
How many people did you infect with FEV for your research,
That was a costly mistake. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. But with hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome.
Things didn't go well with that super mutant problem. Research like yours is what destroyed the world. Don't you want this to stop?
Not at the moment. The surface is still too dangerous for life to truly thrive. That's why what we do here is so important. Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops. That Warwick situation was a real mess. But the prospects are very exciting.
You murdered those people, didn't you?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. But I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run. To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
I'm done with you. I think it's time for you to leave.
Now's not really a good time.
Let's get on with it. It's past time the Institute got what it deserved.
Oh, boy.
Damn. Anything to report?
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Whatever you say.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you.
If that was an attempt at... No, I'm...
Right? What is it you're working on?
I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy.
If you're busy, that's one thing. But I don't care for your tone.
Yeah, how unsurprising. I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
It's pretty damned insensitive. Why would you say something like that? I need information, and you're gonna give it to me.
Bit of a blunt instrument, aren't you? Kellogg was much the same. Very well then, down to brass tacks. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. A melon plant that will, if my calculations are correct, be able to grow even in heavily irradiated soil. The fruit it bears will be perfectly healthy and edible. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important.
All the enemies you've created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
I meant no offense, just, well, let's move on.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. I can't let you live after you murdered that man.
What? Now, just a moment, there's no need to get angry. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. Being a member of the Institute means holding yourself to a higher standard. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. That will be all, thank you very much, goodbye.
Damn. Hi. Hey.
Catch me after the meeting, okay?
It's time to free the synths.
What now? I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to...
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. How much are you willing to pay to keep breathing?
I see. I suppose I can offer you something. Here, we can spare a few of these from the armory. I hope that's payment enough for you.
Hi, Mom. I've been waiting for you.
Hi, son.
I'm glad I don't have to keep waiting. I didn't want to forget. You're not gonna leave me, right?
Don't worry, kiddo. I'm here for you.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Perfect. Thanks.
Whatever.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
That's great news. Hi.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. So, where do you stand?
We've secured the Institute's future.
Well, you've certainly riled things up.
I suppose a few sacrifices had to be made in order to preserve the greater good.
I can't argue with that.
Any news on your side?
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. I'll let you know when the review is complete. It feels like the dawn of a new era for the Institute. Now, what can I do for you?
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
I'm certainly happy to do whatever I can to help going forward.
I'm not sure what you mean. Got anything particular in mind?
Can we maybe talk later?
Sounds good. I'll see you soon then.
I'm sure you will. Thanks again.
Hey. Bitch.
I wouldn't mind if we linger here a bit longer.
Hey there.
Wonderful. You made it back. Did everything go according to plan?
I was glad to help out.
Thank you. We won't forget what you've done for us. And you're welcome to keep the teleportation gun. Just be selective how you use it. I'm going to head back to the Institute and coordinate the next steps with Allie. I hope you'll come visit us soon. By the way, talk to the gentleman behind the counter on your way out. He had some intriguing ideas for the future of the Institute that might be worth exploring.
Hi.
What the hell?
Huh?
Fine.
Go back to Nowheresville where you belong.
New mission objective received.
Excuse me.
Hey, you got a minute?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Mission
While
data
you were out, I
updated.
was talking with your buddies Carter and Zimmer about making some changes to the Institute.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
I hear you just spent a ton of time
New
and
mission
resources
objective
banishing
received.
the evildoers from the Institute. But what's to prevent leaders just as bad, or even worse, from eventually replacing
Mission
them?
data
I'm not
updated.
worried about it. I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
The same could be said about the original CIT residents 200 years ago, and look how that turned out. Reclusive societies tend not to
Mission
make the
data
most rational
updated.
foreign policy decisions. If you want long-term peace with the Institute, you're going to need some degree of trade and travel with them.
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's an old saying, if goods don't cross borders, soldiers will. In other words, it's tougher to want to go to war with a person you see and trade with every day, than with a bunch of random dudes you've never met and have only heard rumors about.
Why is that so important?
Because trade helps humanize the folks you trade with. It forges connections between people and promotes an exchange of cultures. And the mutual benefit from trading tends to help everyone focus on what they have in common, rather than continually dwelling on their differences.
Makes sense, I suppose.
I'm just saying, if you want the Institute to align its interests with the Commonwealth, you need to open the place up for business. Make it a tourist destination and let people from the Commonwealth come and go as they please to trade and spend money.
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
Alright, that's what I like to hear. Check back with me in a bit and I'll give you an update.
You're bothering me. You don't want to bother a man like me, okay?
So, how's the Institute? Did you curtail all the redundancies in upper management?
Yeah, I took care of him.
That's good to hear. The Commonwealth will rest easier knowing its boogeyman has been put to rest.
Pleasure was all mine.
There is one more thing, though. Actually, two things.
You say it that way, and suddenly I'm nervous.
With the new paradigm in place at the Institute, we need to ensure that the Railroad and the Minutemen don't keep plotting to attack it.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
I heard the Railroad had a plan B, some sort of synth uprising at the Institute. Apparently, no one told Desdemona that the Institute has speakers, and the synths can be deactivated using a safe word. Any revolt she's planning would be put down in under a minute. I can't believe anyone would miss such an obvious strategic error. But this is the Railroad we're talking about. Anyway, head over there and talk to Desdemona. Convince her to stand down, and if she won't, you might have to get creative.
Next stop, the Railroad. Choo-choo!
Great. Let me know how it goes. And hey, there's one more thing. Whatever happens, I just wanted to say thanks for all you've done. It's not easy making friends in this line of work. Sometimes it feels like the only things I've got in life are Owen and the Brotherhood. Having someone I can count on and confide in, who can take direction, but also not be intimidated by the whole Brotherhood thing. I've always needed someone like you in my life. I just never expected we'd meet quite the way we did.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
What I'm trying to say is, good friends are hard to find, and your friendship, it means a lot to me.
Hey, no need for all the mushy stuff, all right? You're great, I'm great. Let's leave it at that.
Right then. You're great too. Good chat.
Hey.
Des has something urgent for you.
We've got an emergency. Glory spotted a courser near Dayton's safe house. Normally, we go to ground at the first sign of a courser. We hide deep, we hide long, until we know we're safe. But we can't abandon your infiltration of the Institute. So we're staying.
Can I lend a hand?
Yes. Ticonderoga's safe house has gone dark, and I need you to check it out. Hopefully this is a milk run. But if you do find a courser there, kill it. If there's no survivors, then your cover remains intact.
I'll take care of it.
Get to it then. Glory, pick
New
your
mission
team.
objective
I could use the
received.
dock. Mr. Smiley, too.
Done. Grab anything you need from Tinker Tom.
Anything?
It's not open season yet, but take what you need.
Oh, I will.
Everyone, we may have to evac on a moment's notice. Stay alert.
Desdemona.
Any news from the Institute?
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me.
You do know their plans for synths, right? Genocide. Give me a straight answer first. Are you still on our side?
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Before you came, who would have believed someone would rebuild the Minutemen, breach the Institute, and free all the synths?
We're all safe now. I've had enough of fighting. Let's have some peace for a change.
Amen to that.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off thanks to you. You're a damned hero in my book.
Excuse me.
Any problems dealing with the railroad? Any problems dealing with the railroad?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Alright, here's a little something for your trouble. So, the next step is to have a similar chat with that Preston Garvey character.
Mission
and
data
make sure that the
updated.
Minutemen don't try anything excessively foolish.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Good luck out there, General.
Hey,